RH, quer saber como voar no trabalho? É só usar a Flash. Com a Flash, você concentra toda a gestão de pessoas em um único lugar. Faça a admissão dos colaboradores e solicite mais de 8 categorias de benefícios. Ah, e você ainda pode fazer todo o controle de ponto. Conheça o novo onboarding integrado da Flash em flashapp.com.br.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk turned traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.
With something like 5 million podcasts, finding a really good one can take a ton of time. So let me recommend one. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in each episode, we discuss topics that can be really helpful, like how to read people better, the psychology of crowds, or fun things like the story of Legos, or why you probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for horses. Something You Should Know is the name of it, wherever you get your podcasts.
It's Monday, but it's Tuesday.
And welcome to the Space-Time Continuum. We're recording this on a Monday because I was not ready last time. But now we are ready, and we're going to read the results of last week's of the episode of But Am I Wrong? We have yet to read the results from.
Yes.
So that's what we're here to do.
It's going to be a good time. If you're new here, we have a show called But Am I Wrong that we release on Mondays, and we allow for participation from our listeners. So go back, listen to yesterday's episode of But Am I Wrong, and then you'll be primed to vote next week.
Prime. Get your body, your mind, and your ears ready.
All right.
Okay, so this is Who Is Wrong for episode 114. First up, we have me. Meghan says, when you're petty online about your exes, moving on, don't be surprised when that bites you in your ass. 2% said I was wrong. 98% said I was not wrong. That's what made me laugh. Caitlin's been messy. I'm surprised it's taken this long for karma to come back around. Yeah, that's one of those things.
I don't remember what this was.
This is the Caitlin Bristow about how...
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I agree with that statement. And I'm a big proponent of if you dish it, you got to be able to take it. And for me, when I'm like petty or I'm like bitchy or whatever, and then someone comes at me with like the exact same amount of energy and the same thoughtfulness into the insult, I'm like flattered. I'm like, thank you. Thank you for coming prepared. Thank you for showing up to this knife fight with a knife. Thank you for showing up to this gunfight with a gun. Like, so, you know, like it, and I think that that's the only way to be petty or to be vindictive or whatever. But like, if you needed to be one-sided, you got to start picking up beefs with dead people. And then you hope you don't believe in ghosts.
I believe in ghosts.
Who doesn't?
Because I'm trying to get real.
I'm trying to get real by ghosts. Okay, next one.
All right.
So by the way, apparently there's a typo in this, which is my bad, but I can't see it. So if you have a hard time reading one of them, it's because there's a typo.
Melissa says...
There you go. That's what it is.
If you work in entertainment, sometimes it's good not to put your name on the marketing for a project. 2% said I was wrong. 98% said I was not wrong.
The way that the person sent me said, like, hey, love, like, I'm dyslexic too. There is a spelling error in this. I just stared at it and I was like, I can't figure out where it is. Oopsies.
Someone said, read today's episode. Is it Tyler Perry? Because same. And then a scrunchy face emoji. And then they were live messaging us. And then they said, oh, Melissa said uppity. So yeah, it's him.
Made me laugh. Then we have writer number 1. Would they be wrong if they lied about why they're selling their wedding rings? 10% said the writer is wrong. 90% said the writer is not wrong. I didn't realize it was this big of an issue to sell a ring. The gag is for all these people, they could have ripped this ring off your dead grandma's body. If someone's going to buy a worn ring, they have to be ready for a little backstory. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Or just don't ask.
Well, yeah, it's like this whole thing of being like, I want like a conflict-free vintage diamond. Okay, cool. What are we describing as conflict? Because is divorce the conflict in question? Because like I thought we were talking about child labor. If it's like you want a child labor-free ring, awesome. But also figure out if this was worn by a child bride who might have had to give labor. Like there are just so many facets of it that I think if like you want something that is like totally perfect for your like consciousness but amidst capitalism, might I suggest a ring pop? Like too many questions.
That's a ring pop.
That's pretty good.
By Charmed.
Then we have life is too short to tell little silly stories when it doesn't matter for your own entertainment as well as a higher profit. Facts. Love that energy.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh, well, I can't just read your mind.
Sorry. I haven't taken my second meds yet.
Then we've got writer number 2. Are they wrong for missing her boyfriend's brother's wedding because she wasn't originally invited? 8% said the writer is wrong. 92% said the writer is not wrong. Someone said, if I wasn't invited in advance with everyone else, I'm not going last minute just to even out numbers. Enjoy your me time, writer, with no regrets. Winky face. Someone else said, if her boyfriend is in support of her missing because of an existing commitment, especially that costs a lot of money, there's nothing wrong with sticking to her plans. Another person said, although I don't think they would be wrong to not attend, if I was them, I would go if she cares about her connection to her boyfriend's family or not. The only thing she's really missing out on is alone time in a fun place. But hopefully, if she goes, the wedding ends up being fun, so that's not a total bust. She would also be missing out on money because she paid already. Someone else said, it was for sure shitty of the family to handle the writer's invitation the way they did, but I think it really will make for more a headache / strained in-law relationship if she doesn't go to the wedding when they've now asked her to.
I agree with that too.
Yeah, but they created the problem.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of like, how well do you do with conflict resolution and how well does your partner do? Mm-hmm. Honestly, more how well does your partner do? Does he crumble under any boundaries? Then we have my wrong of the week. I nominated Alex Earl. 95% said Alex Earl is wrong. 5% said Alex Earl is not wrong.
What is this on her head?
Did you like the picture I chose?
What is this?
I think it's her at like a Heidi Klum Halloween party or something. And she's like an ice princess and she has like the scariest contacts ever. And it was like I have to say, I did respect the fact that I'm like, we're not going sexy this Halloween. We are going spooky Narnia witch.
But if it's Heidi Klum's, you gotta be
that's what I'm saying.
You gotta do more. Like Heidi Klum does not do sexy. Meet the
Halloween queen where she's at, which is a worm.
Yes.
I really respect that. When people show up to Heidi Klum's Halloween party like a slut, I go, no. Wrong fucking outfit. Turn around.
This isn't the place for
Heidi
you.
doesn't want you here. She's been in 19 hours of prosthetic hair and makeup with the Jim Henson Found Company and like let her live her life as a worm.
I was, Halloween, whatever, but I do look forward to Heidi Klum every year.
Oh, me too.
I won't start looking forward to it until October 1st, but I do look forward to it every year.
And you know who started getting into it and doing similar things is Colton Haynes.
Who?
Oh. I've never seen what he's in, but I have friends who love him in a biblical way.
He sounds like he's tall, skinny, and has moppy brown hair.
Nope. He's got a close haircut typically. He's petite and a little stocky and gay. Okay. And I have friends who love him in a deep, penetrative biblical sense.
Okay.
And that's why I know about him. But he's also like a teen heartthrob. He was in that the show Mott's was in, I think. Teen Wolf. I didn't fully realize what this meant until Meghan explained it. I saw a TikTok of Mecca talking about how she copyrighted her racist tweets, which I knew was her basically telling on herself. But hearing the extent that she had to go to do this not only double downs and confirms her stupidity, but now not allow anyone else to even use it against her shows that there's no actual progress that's been made. And after all of that stink-ass vomit dress is probably still in her closet. I will never forget about that. I saw a TikTok yesterday of someone being like, like, that was like the most relatable Alex Earl's ever been. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I actually need you to delete your account and start over, because there is no way that you're going to get up on here and say that that was relatable to you, because unfortunately, not everybody has the same means as Alex Earl. But I'm like, you're going to let people know that, like, this girl's a billionaire. She's got all of the, I mean, but her family's like incredibly wealthy, connected, and all of these things. And you're like, and I'm just an everyday person. The only thing I've done is kept a vomit dress. And I'm like, there's some things we keep inside. And the fact that she shared that, it disgusts me and baffles me to a new level, knowing that people found that relatable. And I say that as someone who's had many items of clothing barfed on. Not by me, but like, I had my face, and the way that I wouldn't even bother, this is the privilege of me, I would just throw them away. I'm not even going to try and attempt to clean it, because no, it just makes me, yuck, 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 yuck. I think that's the only one I got for this one.
All right, and then we have Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. 100% said that he was wrong.
For the record, he has done about 9 more things since we recorded this episode. Mm-hmm. So when I was like looking to see if I could get an image that like correlated, I was like, this man is front page news every single day.
Just a horrible person. Someone said, get me out of Texas.
Yeah. Should reclaim it.
Yeah. Another person said, I'm just glad it's Texas this time. And that person lives in Oklahoma. And to that I say, you're right on top of it. So.
And you know what? I actually couldn't say that too, because I don't know geography. All I know is Oklahoma's kind of flat. Right?
At the top, yeah. And then at the bottom where the little wiggly wigglies, that's Texas.
Yeah, it's got like it looks like a rifle kind of.
It's got a little pan. It looks like a pan.
The panhandle? Is that what that?
And the same with Florida. They got the little panhandle there.
Yeah, Florida to me, with love, will come pick you up, Charity. Florida's a lot like that one to me, because it's just not ecologically and it's not a sound place. Like, it's going to break off into the water. So I'm like, I think we could say of Texas, it's a much larger landmass, and there's much more connected to the rest of the states.
You've got Mexico too, so you can't just get rid of Texas because Mexico's down there too.
No, but Texas has its feelers on. It's a little bit more sturdy. Florida is hanging on by a goddamn fucking thread.
Yep.
So we'll pick you up on the way. Don't worry, everybody. I don't know why. I just Googled Oklahoma. I have to look at what it looks like. Well, should we keep talking?
We're still talking. So Megan,
no.
We're going to take a break, and when we get back, we're going to get into Megan's girl group days? Question mark?
Oh my God.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all. I'm JJ.
Hey, guys. It's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests who share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like, it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
Hi, this is Rob Benedict.
And I am Richard Spate. We were both on a little show you might know called Supernatural.
It had a pretty good run, 15 seasons, 327 episodes.
And though we have seen, of course, every episode many times, we figured, hey, now that we're wrapped, let's watch it all again.
And we can't do that alone, so we're inviting the cast and crew that made the show along for the ride. We've got writers, producers, composers, directors, and we'll of course have some actors on as well, including some certain guys that played some certain pretty iconic brothers.
was kind of a little bit of a left field choice in the best way possible.
The note from Kripke was, he's great, we love him, but we're looking for like a really intelligent Duchovny type.
With 15 seasons to explore, it's going to be the road trip of several lifetimes. So please join us and subscribe to Supernatural Then and Now.
So Megan, you told me earlier because we were talking about, I don't even remember what we were
Girls
talking
5
about.
Ever.
Oh, Girls 5 Ever, which incredible show. I love it so much. If you just need to laugh out loud, great show for you. And you will get through a whole season and not even realize that it's over and be mad. And Megan almost watched it, and then she was like, I might have some trauma come up for me because I used to be in a girl group. And then she was just stopped talking. And I said, what?
Okay.
So continue. How old were you?
Well, hold on. We're going to be breadcrumbing this lore because there is one aspect of this lore that like my pea-sized brain has worked so hard to forget that I truly forget that it exists and it happened in my life. I've only remembered about 3 times. Like I have long stretches. So that will not be shared. We're not going to get into the deep details of that because I'm sure there is evidence. And to me, I don't even know how I would have access to destroy said evidence, and I don't want it to be seen.
Okay, I just have some questions that aren't specific.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Here's if I can give you the overarching. I grew up in a very artsy place. I mean, Marin County in general is very musical. Lots of music. Everybody plays music. Everyone's in jam bands.
Like all your friends.
Yeah, all my friends, but all their parents too. Like everybody was in a band. So like music was the thing. We weren't playing soccer. Like we were in like music. Okay. But we weren't learning instruments. Me and all of my friends when we were, I think probably starting from the time that we were 5, we joined this like this singing class, but it would be like that she would break us up into smaller groups and we would pick songs and then we would perform and we would have matching outfits and we'd have little dance moves.
Is this the same one where you're wearing saris?
Nope. There was no singing in that one. That one we were chanting, incredibly inappropriate. And the way that I'm like, good God, the adult. And like we were being taught by a white woman. And I'm like, this is so fucking bad. But no, that one was a little bit later. So this one started, we started like super young, and there is this was a video that I love, and I have no embarrassment of it, of me and my friend. And we've been very close ever since we were born. Like we grew up together from the time we were infants. She was there when I was born. We could even be, some might say, as close as sisters. And her and I both like went in like in like performance routes, and like from the time that we were little kids, like every parent was like, these are the fucking 2 divas. Like these are the bitches you have to worry about. And so we were usually separated in the sense that like, so one of us could like really be like, let's go girls, to like the rest of our little group and do our performances. But we wanted to do a song together. So we did Come On Over by Christina Aguilera. And unlike most kids who are very shy performing and are like singing really quietly, there is a video that is the entire duration and length of the song of us performing at like, I think we performed at our like local coffee shop, but like for the night where we went to a bar, I don't know. We were performing for an audience.
Okay.
And her and I are standing there, and you've never seen biceps like this on an elementary school girl. We're both full flexing, veins popping, trying to rip the microphone away from the other one to sing each other's parts because we wanted to sing the whole song ourselves.
So you didn't want to be in a group?
No.
We background singers.
And here's the thing: at that age, a lot of kids don't want to be. A lot of kids want to be in the background. Like they're like, I want to do this. I want to hang out with my friends, but like I don't want to be the center of attention. And her and I were like, cool, because I do. Let me stand right here. And we have like feather boas on, and we have like cat eye sunglasses. And this is pre my tiara days, but we had like these whole fucking outfits on. And we would do that, and we had like little dance moves. And then when I got older, we would like change and pick the songs we wanted. So like when we were younger, it'd be like Jackson 5 and like Mamas and the Papas.
R.I.P. Tito died last night.
I know. I saw that literally as I was shitting before we started recording. And then we did like B-52s and like stuff like our parents would like pick. Or what's that one song that I love? Dun, 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 dun. Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Like those things. 7-minute song. Still know all the words.
Was there a brown-eyed girl in there too?
Of course, It's of course. And then when we got older, we started like picking our own songs. So of course I'm like, we need the soundtrack from Josie and the Pussycats, Avril Lavigne, and then Evanescence.
Wait. So this lasted for years?
This lasted for maybe pretty close to years. Yeah, I mean, yes, it lasted for years. Like, we wasn't the same group necessarily. Like, it would like dwindle in and out.
Yeah, that's how girl groups go.
But yeah, we would do those performances and stuff. And then by the time we got to middle school, I had a friend. My other friends were like, they were learning instruments because in in elementary school we had we had to take an instrument. And it was like random, but so you could like rank your top 3 or whatever, and you got assigned to it. And so, of course, everyone wants guitar. Everyone wants like something cool, or drums, exactly. And so my friends who were sisters, they got guitar and drums. I got flute, and
You can't sing. Oh, Lizzo.
No, there's no singing allowed.
Oh, okay.
So this was just in the musical. This is in school now, not outside of school.
Okay.
And I got flute. And naturally, I was like, fine, I'll make this shit work for me. This was very like fairy princess kind of vibes. But turns out I don't have the breath control for that. I would get really lightheaded and like woozy and like pass out. And so I had to mime it. But so by the time we got to middle school, my friends who like their parents were in bands, like they were into music from a long time, they both could play. One could play like guitar and bass, and the other could play like drums like decently well. And so we thought we should use this. And then I think we did use it for a bit. But then at a certain point, if I'm not wrong, I think in the era that we're not talking about because it's too traumatizing for me, in that one, my early memory, thank God it's fuzzy, that I don't remember it starting. Well, no, I know for sure it did not start with everyone playing instruments. I know how it started. And it started with us three. And I don't know if like, well, I do know that there's kind of like I wouldn't call it a beat drop, but kind of like now let's get it, like one of those things, a little shift. And I don't know if they hopped on their instruments at the time.
A little breakdown.
No, unfortunately, I think they did because I'm having a vision of me with a tambourine. So I'm thinking that is what happened. And all three of us, like, we're not embarrassed people. Like we had the most hippy dippy, like childhoods of everybody. And so we are so unfazed by this shit, except for this. Like, we all three collectively, like, we'll do anything to embarrass each other. This has been off limits our entire lives, like, because it's equally as embarrassing for all of us. And we know like 1 or 2 people who also know about this, but like they have received like very intense, like legitimate threats from us, like literally huddling around them being, if you fucking say that again, like you're dead to me or I will kill you. Like, okay. It is dunzo. And like, it's just crazy because I don't know how we got to the point. I don't know how we got there. And the last, actually, I can't say that. I'll tell it to you offline if you promise not to say. I will not. But I just want you to know that like there is a space, like my first memory of this is like the largest performance we ever had. And I do want to say, I think it's the first performance we ever had. And I don't know how we got there. I don't know how we decided what we were going to do. I don't know who let us do that. I don't know if we auditioned. I assume we auditioned, but I like don't know how we got to this, like this point that is way too big. Like, it's like, stop, like settle down. What are we doing here? And then I don't remember really what happened afterwards. Like I've like blacked it out on purpose.
Incredible.
It's also like, unfortunately, it's so believable. Like, it's no one's going to hear that and be like, no way. Like, I'm going to tell you offline and you're going to be like, yeah, this fully checks out for who you were and who you are.
Merry Christmas, everybody! My name is Eric Peterson. I'm here with my good buddy,
Danny Jordan.
and we are the hosts of Christmas Countdown Show.
We're so thrilled to be bringing the merriment to you all this holiday season. On Christmas Countdown, we love to count down our top 10 favorite things related to the holiday season. That could be food, movies, music, everything that we all love about this massively merry good time. So wherever you get your podcasts, make sure you click that subscribe button. Eric, are you ready?
I am ready, and we hope that you are too. Merry Christmas, everybody! Let's go!
Do you love Disney? Then you are going to love our hit podcast, Disney Countdown. I'm Meghan, the magical millennial.
And I'm the dapper Danielle.
On every episode of our fun and family-friendly show, we count down our top 10 lists of all things Disney. There is nothing we don't cover.
We are famous for rabbit holes, Disney-themed games, and fun facts you didn't know you needed, but you definitely need in your life. So if you're looking for a healthy dose of Disney magic, check out Disney Countdown wherever you get your podcasts.
I have been goading you for years, asking you to sing for me because you claim you can sing some.
I said I can carry a tune.
That means you can sing some.
Okay.
Like what I just said. You said you can sing.
I can carry a tune.
And you have yet to do it. And now that
unfortunately,
I know you were
Melissa,
in a band too,
there's not a lot of singing. There's not a lot of it's
talking.
It's I can't remember like the second part of it, but it is a lot of like, yeah, it's not, we're not doing scales. We're not doing some crazy notes or riffs. It's a little more straightforward.
Wasn't thinking that any of that was going on.
Okay, good. I can't believe, Melissa, I forgot about this again until this moment.
Wow. I am shocked because you didn't even put this in your book.
No, because Melissa, I repeat to you, I've remembered that this happened maybe exactly 3 times, and it's all like up until now, it has been other people bringing it up and me going like having war flashbacks back to Vietnam. I'm like, whoa.
Sorry, I'm drudging up some of your trauma.
It's okay. I mean, I was the one who came like who put 2 and 2 together when we were talking about Girls 5 Ever. Girls 5 Ever. But yeah, that was why I was like, I don't know if I can watch it. I'm having PTSD flashbacks. So instead, I've settled for watching Greek, which has Mott's having PTSD flashbacks.
I think you should. I think that you would enjoy because they're more so reminiscing. Unless y'all are having a comeback tour, then I don't think that you'll have battle wounds from watching it.
No, I don't think so. I am on the hunt for, and I need to ask some of my high school friends for a CD that me and another friend released in high school as a Christmas present, where we did all of our cover songs and we made a poster to like fold.
So that has sinking in it.
I get, yeah. Because we had a song
like this too.
Instead of "Gimme Gimme" by
this is the one with
ABBA.
You made fun of that boy. Yeah.
Hey There, Jackson Carter. Which I was like, I'm so sorry we made fun of you. And I said this as an adult. He's like, bitch, you did not make fun of me. Like, this was hilarious. We were in on it. And I was like, cool. I just didn't know if my brain was, because I've known him my whole life.
I didn't know there was a whole CD.
Yeah, so it's Gibby Gibby, which was to the tune of Gimme Gimme from ABBA. But Gibby Gibby is the character from iCarly who would always take his shirt off. So it's like, Gibby Gibby, how he thrills me. And then.
So it's not just covers or parodies. You thought you were fucking Weird Al.
Yeah, no, we full Weird Al'd it. We full Weird Al'd it. And take in mind, like, we literally had a booklet that had the lyrics and like different little photos each one. And then when you would open it, it would be a big poster. And we gave it to it was like the most coveted thing in our friend group. And we had some friends with like really old cars. Like, can I get it on cassette? And I was like, bitch, I don't know how to do that. So, yeah, that was. I've always been creating.
Okay.
Yeah, my friends and I also had a YouTube channel where we would do music videos. We would just like lip sync and dance along to music videos.
So musically.
Yeah, but like the whole music video. And we would do costumes and we'd do different shots and we would like spend like weeks doing it and editing it. And it was a lot. Yeah. Yeah, you know. Just a theater kid. living her theater kid dream. So John Boyega, I see you. Hey everyone, join me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa DeMonts, for Don't Blame Me, But Am I Wrong?
Each week, we deliver 4 fun-filled shows.
In Don't Blame Me, we tackle our listeners' dilemmas with hilariously honest advice.
Then we have But Am I Wrong, which is for the listeners that didn't take our advice. Plus, we share our hot takes on current events.
Then tune in to See You Next Tuesday for our listener poll results from But Am I Wrong?
And finally, wrap up your week with Fisting Friday, where we catch up and talk all things pop culture.
Listen to Don't Blame Me, But Am I Wrong on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
I'm Brennan Storr.
I'm Paul Bestall.
We're the Ghost Story Guys.
And every 2 weeks, we explore first-person stories of encounters with the paranormal from all around the world.
Then we have some fun reacting to those stories. We like to say our goal is to scare the hell out of you, then make you laugh.
Belief in the paranormal is not required. All you need is a love of great storytelling and curiosity about the world around you.
Come find the Ghost Story Guys on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere else fine podcasts live, or at ghoststoryguys.com.
Well, thank you, Megan. That was enthralling. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know it was going to be this big.
You're
welcome.
welcome.
I didn't know it was going to expand over years.
Yeah.
When you said that the group existed, I already knew who one member was.
Did you? No, she's not in the group.
Oh.
Yeah. No. She wasn't a part of it. She was a part of the early one, but then...
Okay. So she was like...
It was the friends who could play instruments.
In Girls' Time.
Yeah, she was in...
Before they turned into Destiny's Child.
Exactly. And we did quite a pivot from singing Christina Aguilera, Evanescence, Avril Lavigne, and the Jackson 5 to... I can't even tell you who sings this song. I know that we didn't write it, but I'm not confident that someone we know didn't write it.
Okay. Well, we're going to end this because I have questions.
Oh, Melissa, you're going to die. And I'm going to die. Okay, the end. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Don't look for anything. I will fucking be so mad.
What would they even look for?
I don't know.
But we'll be back on Thursday for Don't Blame Me, Friday for Fisting Friday, Monday for But Am I Wrong, back here on Tuesday. And we will see you next Tuesday.
Time. Sorry.
See you next Tuesday. Goodbye.
Welcome to the small town of Chinook, where faith runs deep and secrets run deeper. In this new thriller, religion and crime collide when a gruesome murder rocks the isolated Montana community. Everyone is quick to point their fingers at a drug-addicted teenager, but local deputy Ruth Vogel isn't convinced. She suspects connections to a powerful religious group. Enter federal agent V.B. Laureau, who has been investigating a local church for possible criminal activity. The pair form an unlikely partnership to catch the killer, unearthing secrets that leave Ruth torn between her duty to the law, her religious convictions, and her very own family. But something more sinister than murder is afoot, and someone is watching Ruth.
Chinook, starring Kelly Marie Tran and Sanaa Lathan. Listen to Chinook wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a co-founder of the Go Kid Go Network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. During her journey, Isla meets new friends, including King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, and learns valuable life lessons with every quest, sword fight, and dragon ride. Positive and uplifting stories remind us all about the importance of kindness, friendship, honesty, and positivity. Join me and an all-star cast of actors including Liam Neeson, Emily Blunt, Kristen Bell, Chris Hemsworth, among many others, in welcoming the Search for the Silver Lining podcast to the Go Kid Go Network by listening today. Look for the Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.